Are you seeking a better way to accelerate your sales, to scale your business, to live a life with no limits? Accelerate Sales Podcast features global experts who have cracked the code to recurring revenues with proven sales systems and get you on the fast track to scaling. Now let's accelerate your sales with today's episode.
Hello, I'm Paul Higgins and welcome to the Accelerate Sales Solo Podcast, episode number 449. Today's topic is why you do what you do. If it's your first time listener, welcome. I share my learnings from coaching and mentoring cloud consultants to accelerate their sales and their business. And it typically goes for about 10 minutes. You can check out past shows, just search Accelerate Sales and try the interview shows as well. If you love what you hear, please subscribe. If you're a regular, thanks for your support. Please email me at paul@paulhigginsmentoring.com to let me know that you listen, which would be great because it's a bit lonely being a podcaster, to be honest, and also suggest some topics. And I'd love to thank Gabrielle, who's a part of the Cloud Consultants Collective, for suggesting productizing services to make them more predictable. And I've got two brilliant guests coming on board for that, but please send me your requests. Before we start, I would also like to talk about the world's only revenue-focused community for cloud consultants. It's peers collaborating to help you to run a better business. Less technical, more biz. And as I said, Gabrielle is a great member of that, and we'd love you to be. So go to cloudconsultantscollective.com to join free for today. You have started 2023 with the hope that COVID is behind us and your business is going to be stable and great. And I know there's a lot of talk about the economy, it's sort of like 24/7, but to me, the World Bank recently came out and said that it's more positive than predicted, which is great. But every cloud consultant I've mentored, we've been able to make positive changes to the cash flow and what they take out as distributions in their business, regardless of how the economy is going, right? Don't get caught up too much in the macro effects. Think about what you can do. And when I meet a consultant for the first time, I ask them, why do you do what you do, right? I get the surface answers, and it's normally, I love helping people with their technology. I love solving complex problems. I love running my own business, the freedom of it. I love leading a small team of people. The list goes on, right? But the challenge by them saying it is it's not why they actually do it, right? There's something more to it than that. And to be honest, until I find that true reason, I'm not going to work with someone because I know that there will not be enough motivation to actually make the changes that they need to make. And let's be honest, right? If you don't have that burning desire, change is really, really difficult. Right, so I want to see and I want to hear it and I want to see it in their eyes. I know it's video, not in person these days, but just to see that burning ambition is there. But before I continue, I'd like to talk about the Scaling Blueprint for Cloud Consultants. It's an ebook, it's completely free, and it shares my experience of scaling and selling a cloud consulting business and what I've learned from mentoring others. And it's a great way to compare your current business model. So what have you got as far as your business model? What have you got as far as what you're doing in sales and marketing? And what are you doing from a team performance to see if you're on the right track? Just go to paulhigginsmentoring.com/blueprint. So as you've been listening to me talking about this burning desire, what is it for you? Because ultimately no one knows that better than you yourself, right? I can't give it to you. But what I can do is give you some examples of people that I've worked with before when I've really, gone down into that first call and said, come on, what is it really? Why do you do what you do? And this may stimulate some thought for you. So I'll start with me. If you're a regular listener, which I hope you are, I'm a transplant recipient, which is brilliant. And the key thing for me is I want to live 30 years with this particular kidney that my mate sacrificed so much to give to me. He's got to take daily blood pressure tablets, and there's a whole lot of stuff that comes with being a donor. I love for you to go down as a register, and if everyone, unfortunately I can't give most of my organs to someone, but I would love to, and certainly when I pass away I will. Anyway, the whole thing is that I want to get 30 years out, so I do a lot of things around my lifestyle and set up my business to support that. And also, I want to retire my partner, being Linda, from corporate life, right? And this comes up so often, and in so many cases, the partner actually ends up going and working in the business. I don't think that'll ever happen with Linda and I, to be honest. But, I'd love for her to be able to retire and do the things that she wants to do. So that's a burning desire for me. Another client was in their mid-50s, and they still had a really large mortgage or debt that they owed to the banks. And, part of that was from their corporate days and, keeping up with the Joneses, etc. But, that's sort of hanging over their head, right? And often, I'll talk to people and they say, my profit's doing this and, everything's going okay. But I'm like, what debt are you carrying? And then they bring out their personal debt and also business debt. So we want to wipe that. Someone that I worked with wanted to travel because they'd never had the chance to travel before, right? So they wanted to make sure that their business would be able to suit their lifestyle of traveling around. Another client that I worked with wanted to dedicate more time to their local community. They actually wanted to be a local counsellor. So that was something they always wanted to do. And also, I have hundreds of these conversations and I could just go on, but I think you get the point, right? Why do you do what you do is so critical. So what about you? You're listening to this again. Why do you do what you do? If you are not sure and you need some help to find out what that is, I'm here to help you. Just go to talkpaul.com. The link will be in the show notes as well. So that's talkpaul.com and just book it. And I do have a previous career and life as a certified coach. So I've got that to go back, fall back on, but I'm also a really good listener, right? And that's all I want to do. And what I want to do is help you unlock that burning desire, which could be the key catalyst for change in your business life. And if you get in touch with me, I'll give you a very personal story of a client that I had recently and just how much it changed their life from actually realizing what was holding them back. So go to talkpaul.com. So that's talkpaul.com and let's talk it through. And there's no obligations, no tricks, right? It's not a way to get you into my sales funnel or the rest of it. It's just a way for me to help you work that out. So you're listening to episode 449 of the Accelerate Sales podcast. So please follow me on LinkedIn to get great content. It's specifically for cloud consultants. I had some great polls there the other day that got a lot of interest. Also join my newsletter at paulhiggins.com/newsletter. It's only for you as a cloud consultant. And if you know someone that's really trying to find, why they do what they do, please share this with them and they'll know that you really care about them, right? Which is important. If you're a cloud consultant finally and you want to come and join that fantastic community we've got there, just go to cloudconsultantscollective.com. And today it's a little different. I normally say, please take action to accelerate your sales, but today, please take action to accelerate your life.
I'm fired up after today's episode. What about you? But hey, before you go, learning is just one piece of the puzzle. Now it's time to put today's strategy into action. Head over now to today's show page at paulhigginsmentoring.com/podcast and share how you'll put it into action. Be sure to head over to your favorite podcast platform and subscribe, rate, and review the show. Tell me what your favorite episode is. And don't wait 1 minute more to gain access to your pulse check at paulhigginsmentoring.com. This could be the difference between struggling to get more leads and making this next quarter your best one yet.